Good shot. Got it! What a catch. He's gone, yes. That is one beautiful look. Big shout, and he's been given. Oh, he was gone for all money. Oh, he's got it, dropped him. Oh, back she goes.
Good morning around Australia. Welcome to the Sydney Cricket Ground. This is the opening day of the third and final test against Pakistan. 3 more to come against Sri Lanka as the season moves on. Well, here's Ian Chappell now with the 2 skippers, Mark Taylor and Wasim Akram.
All right, Mr. Referee, you're happy?
Ready for the toss?
Okay.
Yes. Mark to do.
Tails.
Tails it is.
Tails it is. We'll have a bat, Skip.
Have a good game, mate.
Thank you.
Like the look of the pitch, Wasim?
Yes, I mean, it looked a little bit moisture in the wicket, but we're going with 2 spinners, so we should bat first, and that's what we're doing. We're batting first. We're going to a positive attitude to win the test match.
All right, you've made a few changes. Reasons for the changes?
The Malik is in because he was injured in the last test match, as you know.
Yeah.
And then Salim Elahi didn't play it well, and Rashid Latif came in because I think Moeen didn't do as well, but he's a good keeper as well, but Rashid will give a chance to Rashid. And Saklan Mushtaq is in. Akram didn't bowl well in the last game, so we wanted to, it's typical Sydney wickets, in my turn in the 4th innings.
All right, good luck then.
Thank you very much.
Mark, no after effects for Warne with the toe?
No, not really. It's not 100%, but it's about 95, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's feeling confident, wants to play. We had a good workout yesterday, and everything's fine with him, so there's no reason he shouldn't play.
I guess that's half the battle if he wants to play, isn't it?
Oh, he's very keen to play,
Yeah.
and as a captain, I want players like that on the side, and
Yeah.
so I wasn't going to hold him back. So he's ready to play.
You've seen a lot of this pitch. What do you think of this particular one?
Looks typical, little on the patchy side, but there's a bit of moisture there, so touchwood will do a little bit this morning.
All right, and you think it'll spin a bit?
I think it might. It might have spin a bit this morning, so I might give Warne a bowl before lunch.
Okay, good luck then.
Thanks, mate.
Well, there we are. Wasim Akram has won the toss, and normally, Rich, you would say that the green and gold here is a bit parochial on the microphone. But Pakistan also happen to be green and gold, and they'll be batting first.
It's the same side Australia had in the field earlier on, and a very, very strong one. They're 2 up in the series, and Pakistan have the problem of trying to counter that at the moment. Their opening batsman coming out at the moment, Amir Sohail, fresh from an injury in the nets down in Melbourne, and Ramiz Raja. It's something of a changed lineup for Pakistan. I expect they had to do something, but they've got Amir Sohail and Ramiz Raja going in first. Then Ijaz Ahmed at 3, Inzamam ul Haq at 4. Salim Malik is back in the side. He's at 5. He replaces Salim Elahi. Then Bazid Ali, Wasim Akram, Rashid Latif comes in for Moeen Khan. Saklan Mushtaq is in the side for Muhammad Akram, the young pace bowler, who has promised much but hasn't quite produced so far. And Waqar Yunus is at the bottom of the list. Moeen Khan will be carrying the drinks for Pakistan. Ready for the first ball here. Craig McDermott is the bowler. And Sohail take a strike. And a good start for Pakistan. Straight into the boundary, and in the commentary box, Bill Laurie and Greg Chappell.
Thank you, Richie. Good morning, all. Yes, McDermott going down the leg side, so Hale just helping it on its way. It was quite short. It swung a little bit. Plenty of bat on that, and it races away for 4. So Pakistan winning the toss, electing to bat. There should be some swing and movement here this morning, despite the rain. There's some crowd cover about. It'll be a tense time for the Pakistani batsmen against McDermott and McGrath. McDermott in particular looking for a bag of wickets. Yeah, Sohail's been the informed batsman for Pakistan. He's played very well in the top order and hits the ball hard. Career average of 35.86. I think he's going to improve on that. He's prepared to play shots, get on with the job. Out, well caught, straight to Mark Waugh. McDermott strikes, beautiful pair of hands, slashing at a widest delivery, and Pakistan in trouble at 1 for 4. And good morning, Greg Chappell.
Good morning, Bill, and good morning to all our viewers as we see Amir Sohail heading back towards the pavilion. An interesting choice by the Pakistanis to bat first under these conditions, and that's not the start they wanted. A wonderful catch again by Mark Waugh. Craig McDermott needed a good start as much as the Pakistanis. He'll be pleased with that. So the worst possible start for Pakistan. 4 runs to Amir Sohail. He's on the way back. Caught Waugh, bowled McDermott. Pakistan 1 for 4.
Small crowd in, but a buzz around the Sydney Cricket Ground. Pakistan losing Amir Sohail. Brilliantly caught by Mark Waugh at second slip. Ijaz Ahmed, the new batsman, batting at number 3.
Glenn McGrath has proven he's very accurate.
No ball called, and he gets away nicely. Going for the pull shot. And it goes all the way. Hit that beautifully. It's a very positive stroke. One feels the Pakistanis are going to throw the bat at everything early on while the field is up. Nice thick edge, and it'll go all the way for 4. Ramesh Raja playing with soft hands, so that was pretty well played. It was a genuine thick outside edge, but his hands were there, they were pointed down towards the ground, and it raced away for 4. Well, that is a wide, and Dickie Bird calls it. That's good umpiring.
Ball rifle. The ball's hit in the air, but gets past Craig McDermott at mid-on. Ramesh Raja just clips it away. It just beats Craig McDermott into the fence to bring up the 50 partnership between these two. Shane Warne with the flipper, and he's got a wicket here. It's a very poor piece of batting from Ramesh. Absolutely fooled by the flipper from Shane Warne. Started to go for the pull shot. I can imagine what went through his mind when the ball was halfway down and he realised what he'd done.
He'd have been better off going on with the shot and hitting it through mid-wicket, or trying to hit it through mid-wicket, even if he just mishit it on the ground. But in changing his shot, he just ballooned it straight to Michael Slater at mid-on. And Ramesh Raja has done it once again, getting a start, but not capitalising. Pakistan 2 for 64.
Solid Inzamam Al-Haq strides to the crease. Probably the most solid of the Pakistani batsmen as far as form goes on this tour. Just off a second innings century against Victoria last week.
And that's a good positive shot. Didn't quite get hold of it, but the method was right over the infield. Goes Ijaz, and he'll pick up 2 runs. Bit of a thick edge, but he put plenty of bat on that. That'll go away for 4. In the air.
That's well played. Lovely straight drive, and that'll go all the way. Over-pitched by McDermott, and a lovely straight drive by Inzamam. It's well pitched up as well, and also nicely played away. I don't think this one will quite get there. Rifles after it. We'll have to settle for 3 here. 2 nice drives there. And McDermott just over-pitching a little bit. And that brings up the 100 for Pakistan.
Very nice half-century from Ijaz Ahmed. He's made runs in Australia before. And that is a good performance.
Certainly is, batting at number 3, coming in at 1 for 4. Ijaz Ahmed's played a very sensible and responsible knock here. Played his shots. Doing fine square cuts. That was a nice on drive through the widest mid-on position. Brings up his 51 in good time.
Really what the bat's for. First use. The pad is generally the second line of defence. How is that? And he's gone. Caught behind. The ball much too full to be trying to cut. The pressure was building and building and building on Inzamam Al-Haq. In the end, he tried to force the ball from the back foot without really going back. Got quite a bit of bat on it, and Ian Healy has taken the catch.
Yes, he looked like getting out in this fashion, leaving himself no room really. Look there, right back. It spun, big nick, and beautifully covered there by Healy. And that certainly brought a smile to the face of the few Aussies. Well bowled, well taken, and now the end of Inzamam.
And that's Shane Warne's 150th Test wicket in Australia. Pakistan 3 for 141. Salim Malik has made the walk out into the middle of the Sydney Cricket Ground to replace Inzamam.
Put it away down to finally for single. And that's well played. Long hop, and he's put it over the top. Superb stroke. And the spinner dropped short. That's what you should be doing to it, and he did it nicely, right off the meat of the bat.
And his mate's going crook because he's dropped it. Well, the one consolation is there's not $100 on catches today. And Ijaz, knowing that there's no man at mid-wicket, didn't even bother to try and hit that one on the ground.
It's gone again, a full toss. Away she goes. It's a good over for Pakistan. Warne dropping short and then pitching up. And Ijaz with that strange grip. Does like it on leg stump. He hits it with tremendous power. That's a beautiful shot. He timed that to perfection. The outfield's quite slow. Rifles the fieldsman. I'll pick up 3. This was a Macklin I think's been a joy. I saw him on television at the weekend talking to Chris Stackpole, and he seems to have a sense of humour. He seems to be very positive, and he knows he's got to mould this side. It'll take some time. There's been a lot of changes when you lose players like Imran Khan and Javed Miandad. Great players. It's always going to be difficult.
So Malik on 7 at the moment, but having all sorts of problems with Warne. But as we've told you, he's a pretty cool customer. Doesn't get flustered easily. Well, that's a short delivery, and he's got that away to the fence, so that'll relieve the pressure a little bit. Shane Warne doesn't bowl many loose deliveries. That one was, and Salim got it away easily. Ijaz on strike. Oh, well bowled. That's magnificently bowled. A big appeal there for caught behind. Well, once again, Randall is in some doubt there. He's given the batsman the benefit of the doubt. Ijaz certainly didn't move. Let's have a look. Can we pick up anything here? Is there just a noise? What does it hit? The back pad, I'd say. Up goes Healy. Up goes Warne. And just a little smile from Ijaz. And a little shake of the head from the man that matters. So 3 for 174. Blewett's going to continue now. He's bowling to Salim Malik. That's well played. Caressed through the covers, and that'll go all the way for 4. This outfield quite quick. It's certainly lovely and green and lush. And that's Salim's second 4. Nicely timed. In the commentary box now, Bill Laurie and Richie Benner.
Thank you, Tony. Good afternoon all. That's a glorious cover drive. Full face of the bat.
I think he's got a cross break across the big toe of his left foot. He's out there bowling like this and being hit like that.
Well, after the drinks break, it's not a bad way to go. Ijaz dancing down the pitch, getting it on the half foul, and hit that as clean as a whistle. And they need to break the shackles a bit, Pakistan here. They want to be well over 200 here today. Advances, doesn't quite get on the half volley, but it's straight through the line. Good positive stroke. Put away nicely. Takes him to 88. He's pulled the ball well today. It's short.
Nicely timed on that occasion from Salim Malik. That's an excellent shot. That's where he loves to play. He loves to drive there outside the off stump. Hasn't quite timed this one as he would like, but it's still getting to the boundary. There's a little bit of Frank Worrell about the way he plays a couple of those square drives, going down on the back knee as he plays the ball.
Well, it's been a good over from his point of view so far. .4.44. And this is the last one, the third in the over.
That's got to be close. Yes, he's gone. Some late swing there for Glenn McGrath. I think it found Salim Malik looking to push the ball on the onside. Very good delivery.
Yes, that was beautifully bowled. He bowled him the bouncer, and then this one I think swung away just a little bit. Didn't hit him on the back pad. No, it was on the front pad, but look at that. All those stumps covered, and no hesitation there. Dickie Bird rose. That finger was out in a flash, and so that's the end of Salim Malik. Just beginning to relax a little bit. He was. LBW to McGrath for 36, and it's 4 for 210.
Basit Ali, who's had a good tour in the first-class matches, very good tour, but hasn't got the runs when they really count, which has been in the test matches. And that's away to the boundary, so Basit Ali off the mark with a boundary. just wide of Mark Warne. So he moves into the 90s.
Yes, that one went very quickly and very low. Let's see if we can pick up whether it carried or not. A fully fledged drive. Have a look at that in the air, and yeah, I think it would have probably carried, but it was well, just into the next position, really, wide of him, and he was down in a flash, but it went very fast and bounced around about level with him.
That one goes right over the top. He's done that about 3 times off Glenn McGrath, so it's no wonder he's shaking his head and looking a little pained.
So we've got a situation, the 90th over of the day being bowled. Pakistan having won the toss and electing to bat. Wasn't Akram calling correctly? 4 for 227. Sohail, Ramiz, Inzamam and Malik all back in the pavilion. 3 of them got a start. The 4th one, Ijaz, is still there. He's on 97. There he goes, over the top, and that's an appropriate way to bring up his 100, and a well-deserved 100 it is, and he's every right to be pleased with himself. Dickie Bird signals the 4, and it's a very happy Ijaz Ahmed, and justifiably so. It's been a gritty performance from him. His captain is absolutely delighted. It's been a very good innings. It's his 3rd Test century. His first one in Faisalabad, then one at the MCG in 89-90. And the 3rd one here at the Sydney Cricket Ground in 1995. So it's been a long time between drinks. And a few very good square cuts, slashes over the slips, which were mainly intentional. And a few 1s and 2s, and Ijaz is not in a rush to get down there to face Shane Warne for the latter stages of the day.
He's offering plenty of advice. He's warned Buzzard Ali after the first stroke. Buzzard Ali played not to play any strokes, just to stick around there because there's only this over and 1 more to go.
Yeah, well bowled.
Shane Warne won't be too worried about him not trying to play any shots. Onto the pad, maybe onto a bit of glove and straight down. Got to be in with a real chance of a bat pad. He's just going to poke about.
Well bowled, Warne.
Bassett Ali. Shane Warne just rushing through to get the extra over in. The game has been extended to 15 minutes this afternoon because of lost time this morning. Shane's only going to make it last longer if he keeps trying to rush him. He gets the over in, and there'll be plenty of time to get the extra over in before 6:15. No, the umpires have decided. That's it. Must have been only an extra 14 minutes of play. So Shane Warne, the man with 2 wickets today, 2 for 44 from his 27 overs. Craig McDermott, 1 for 34. The other wicket taker, Glenn McGrath, 1 for 72. And the man on the right there, Ijaz Ahmed, the hero of the day for Pakistan. He's worked very hard for his 101 not out. He looked like a man on a mission this morning when he went in to replace Amir Sohail. He was determined not to play anything he didn't have to. He left a lot of balls go. He's just talking Buzzard Ali through it all now. So Sohail was out on the first over, caught Mark Warne, well caught again. Bowled McDermott for 4. Then we had the partnership between Ramiz and Ijaz. And then Ijaz was supported by Inzamam up until just before the tea break. Salim Malik came out to the jeers from the crowd and played very well for his 36. Had some anxious moments against Shane Warne, as everyone did. He finally fell LBW to Glenn McGrath with the second new ball, and Buzzard Ali saw it through for the day with Ijaz. 91 overs were bowled in the day by the Australians, as usual. They got through their overs very well. The fielding was excellent. A couple of good catches, some brilliant ground fielding. But I think really a positive day for Pakistan. Wasm Akram having won the toss, electing to bat first, and he was backed up beautifully by Ijaz Ahmed with an undefeated 100.
The highlights of the second day's play of this final and third test match between Australia and Pakistan. It's being played at the SCG. We had a great day yesterday, and this is the way the game stands moving into the second morning. Pakistan 4 for 231. Ijaz Ahmed, a fine innings, 101 not out. With him is Basit Ali. Inzamam ul Haq made 39, Salim Malik 36 and Ramiz Raja 33. Shane Warne was the best of the Australian bowlers with 2 for 44. McDermott 1 for 44 and McGrath 1 for 72. Moving into the second day, we're going to join play now in the second over. 3 runs have been added to the overnight score. Paul Rifles bowling to Ijaz Ahmed. The commentators Bill Laurie and Ian Chapman.
He's gone, he's dropped it. Well, there you go. Mark Waugh, who normally takes anything that comes near him, got both hands to that and put it down. It's just to his left.
Well, you can't believe that on 2 counts, because Ijaz was so vigilant there yesterday. Suddenly he's been tempted with that delivery outside off stump, and then for Mark Waugh to put it down.
Pakistan 4 for 237. McDermott to continue. It's gone for it. Maybe a glove. We'll wait for the call from umpire Bird. 4 runs. So there's some glove all bat there. Healy not getting to it. It's very, very wide. The break's going with Pakistan this morning. It's 4 for 245. 3 sips in the gully in for Paul Rifle. That's welded. That's a perfect off drive. That's beautifully played by Basit Ali. His best shot by a mile. Right on the up. It hit as clean as a whistle. That's a confidence builder.
Oh, he's cut hard at that one, and it's going down to the boundary for 4. They love playing that cut shot, these Pakistanis, especially those 2 out there.
53 runs from 94 balls in 65 minutes. So it's been another useful partnership for Pakistan.
Well, got him. He's hit it straight down wide mid-off's throat. And that's the end of Basit Ali going for the drive. The ball wasn't quite there, in the air, and easily taken. So Basit Ali out caught for 17.
Lack of discipline here from Basit Ali. Had a bit of problems with Craig McDermott last over. Seemed to lose his concentration. He continued it on in this over, and the slowness of the pitch allows him to hit it to Michael Slater. So Basit Ali is out from the bowling of McDermott for 17. Pakistan 5 for 263.
This is a big moment for the new batsman, Rashid Latif. He's taken over from Mohan Khan behind the stumps, and he's out there batting now. Oh, and that pad away again. Did it pitch just outside leg stump? I think he almost split his pants the way he went down the pitch there. Have a look at this. He really does go a long way down. Pitching, well, I tell you what, he's got to be very careful. Rashid Latif on 1 with Ijaz on 124. That's well played and a good effort there by Blewett, diving away, but it's got past him and it's going to go to the fence for 4 as well. So that was really nicely hit. It was a bit short, that one. Got him, caught behind. Well bowled, Craig McDermott. A beautiful line, having just bowled in the bouncer. That was just outside off stump. May have moved away a little bit. Big outside edge. And that's the end of Rashid Latif.
Well, the bouncer did its job. Just got him worried about coming forward in case there's another short one. Pitched it up, just moved it away. Outside edge. Ian Healy just takes it as a straightforward catch. Craig McDermott very, very happy. He takes his 3rd wicket for the innings. Rashid Latif doesn't really do much to improve his batting average. He's out for 1. Pakistan 6 for 269.
Wasim Akram, the current Pakistan captain. 29, and there's his career average, under 20. In the air and over the top. That's well played. That's a very good, very positive shot. He's looking good, Ijaz. That wasn't really tossed up, but he used his feet, got underneath and hit it straight over the top of mid-off. Oh, he's hit that one as well. That's up in the air. Will this one get caught? I think it might be. No, it's just out of his reach. Slater couldn't quite get the dive in there. He moved very quickly for a start, and he's not happy.
Now then, McDermott. Well, that's gone many a mile. Didn't quite make it over the fence on the full. The pitch here at the SCG is on that side of the ground, the eastern side, the Bill O'Reilly stand side. He's picked that perfectly. It's the slower ball. Pretty well bowled by McDermott. Two boundaries, two balls. I wonder if we're going to see something really special from Ijaz Ahmed. When he goes, he is absolutely brilliant. And there's another lovely stroke in this one here at the SCG. The outfield might have been slowed a little by overnight rain, but it needed deluge to stop that.
Well, 4 boundaries in this over for Ijaz Ahmed.
Glenn McGrath to take over from Craig McDermott. He got himself into a bit of trouble. Turned and ran. May not have picked it up until just at the last moment. Ijaz has countered anything Warne can produce for him this morning. Full toss has got him, and got him completely. Well, Shane, it is a very strange game, cricket, I can promise you, because Warne has bowled some magnificent deliveries out there, and all of a sudden he's bowled a full toss outside leg stump and drifting further away, and Ijaz Ahmed has hit it straight down Glenn McGrath's throat. Thank you very much.
The temptation of another 6 has got him in, and Glenn McGrath taking his first test catch. Ijaz can be very proud of that innings. It was a beauty for Pakistan. He deserves the standing ovation he's getting.
The new batsman is Mushtaq, the off-spinner in the Pakistan side, restored to the team for this game, having missed Hobart. Well, pretty well up in Brisbane. It's going to be Glenn McGrath to continue now.
Pitch right up in line, the attempted Yorker. That's a good bit of fielding. He's asked for the third umpire to have a look at that. David Boone very quickly onto the ball. Saclane backing up, caught short. And it's only going to take the replay to find out just how short he was.
There's the throw. There's a bat in the air. Bat is in the air. He's out. Brilliant piece of work by David Boone.
He's reaching for the button. It's a red light. Saclane not quite sure. I think he'll work it out in a moment, but that's good night.
He's only 18 years of age. He didn't ground the bat. He just hit that turf very quickly to put some doubt in the umpire's mind. I'm sure if that bat had been grounded, he would have got the benefit of some doubt there. But it was clearly in the air. And a brilliant piece of work by David Boone.
The 8th wicket falls down for 299. Mushtaq Ahmed, his 20th Test match, 25 years of age. All very well down in Hobart. He's come to the crease as a batsman, and he'll be facing the first ball from Shane Warne. In the air, that'll be out. Caught. Mushtaq, no idea what's going on. He's a leg spinner himself, but he really didn't quite know what to be doing with Shane Warne. Stepped across the line. In the end, to spoon one up rather gently to Craig McDermott at mid-on.
Yes, the leg spinner of Shane Warne's class will clean up the tail very quickly. It was a nothing shot, just chipped it straight to McDermott. So 4 wickets for Shane Warne, doing a great job with the broken toe, and it's been a good morning for Australia. They haven't let Pakistan get away. And they're 9 down, and Australia chasing the target round about 300. Out for a duck. 9 for 299.
Now Waka Yunus at the crease, 24 years of age, his 37th test, better known as a fast bowler who polishes off the tail. Wasim Akram will be playing shots. He's on 21, 9 for 299. Waka Yunus has just joined him. He doesn't expect to be there much longer, Wasim Akram. Then McGrath. This time it's the full toss and it'll be out. It'll be a fight between McGrath and Boone. McGrath takes the catch, finishes the innings off, takes his second wicket for the innings. A waist-high full toss. He was trying to get the ball in there at Yorker length, or even a little bit fuller wouldn't have worried him. He just didn't want to get short. Wasim Akram was looking to pick up a few quick wickets. And here he goes. Waist-high full toss, just trying to flip it away, and only succeeded in popping it straight up.
It's a very good effort by McGrath, McDermott and Warne this morning to bowl Pakistan out for 299. Caught him by surprise. He was looking down the pitch. And McGrath did well, caught it easily. And that's the end for Pakistan.
That was a wonderful performance from the Australians. They were looking down the barrel when they started the second day, and they finally came through with a terrific effort. Ijaz out for 137. Basit Ali, who's been a disappointment so far in the big matches, is out for 17. Rashid Latif 1. Wasim Akram was there. He's the last man out for 21. Had to hit out and took 16 from that over from McDermott. 2 ducks for Saklan and for Mushtaq, and Waka unbeaten but not off the mark. 11 extras, 299 from 113.2 overs, and great bowling figures there for Warne. 34 overs, 20 maidens, and 4 for 55. 3 wickets to McDermott, who bowled better today. Looked as though he'd got his run-up sorted out a bit more, and McGrath 2 for 79. We're going to join play now with the Australians just needing to bat for a few minutes before lunch. Wasim Akram, the skipper, is the bowler. Michael Slater is taking strike. With Bill Laurie in the commentary box is Greg Chappell.
He got him, yes, that's beautifully bowled. That's always a danger. And Slater, technically incorrect there, not getting forward, and bowled by the swinging Yorker. A gem of a delivery. Great start by Pakistan.
The ball has swung. Michael Slater looking to drive, perhaps just a little bit anxious. In the end, his foot almost got in the way of his bat, and the ball came back between bat and pad, and it won't be a very enjoyable lunch for Michael Slater. Australia 1 for 2. David Boone wouldn't have expected to be out there before the lunch break. By a score of 200 in Test cricket. Wonderful average of 43.
So Waka Yunus has got that through, and that's gone away down to the boundary for 4. Just a little wide, and that's all David Boone needs. A little bit of width. He plays that cut shot superbly.
And beats mid-on. So we've seen some very good bowling in this session. And suddenly David Boone breaks the shackles.
So the Australians are 1 for 18. Slater back in the pavilion for 1.
Beautiful time. Salim Malik started out not bothering to chase it. Decides once again that it is a waste of energy. Waka Yunus to continue from the Randwick end. That'll go away to the boundary. Waka's holding his head, but I'm not sure why. The ball ran away along the ground all the way. And as far as I was concerned, it was an intended shot. That's good delivery, but it's probably going to cost him 4. Australia 1 for 32.
Mushtaq will bowl now from the Randwick end.
Oh, it's beautifully bowled the wrong end. Did he get an edge? We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. And through the hands that looked to be byes. It was a wrong one. Got through tail, got through the wicketkeeper. Umpire Steve Randall runs, so that goes down as a chance.
Well,
got one this time. That's beautiful bowling. The top spinner, Boone, trying to cut. That's a wonderful piece of bowling by Mushtaq. Maybe a chance against Australian captain. This time he gets Boone with the top spinner. Superb bowling.
That one really zipped off by comparison with the other deliveries Mushtaq's been bowling. Slightly different delivery, and there's a thick edge too, almost, well, it's thick top edge by the look of it, and it's almost off the middle of the bat, but it really zipped off. It's 2 for 44.
Buzz around the Sydney Cricket Ground. Australia lose their second wicket for 44. That of David Boone as Mark Ward takes guard. Oops, that was in the air. It was not really catchable with short leg, but it wasn't to go through his hands or through his legs. Mushtaq thought it was a chance. I think it's a bit hard on short leg. It was off the meat of the bat. It didn't go straight to ground.
Mark Taylor goes the pull shot just over the mid-wicket fielder's head. I don't think he was ever in danger of catching it. So playing the fielder at mid-wicket, Mark Taylor, probably the ball just a bit too full to be playing the pull shot too. Yeah. Taylor starting to warm up now. Really moving into a new gear. He knows that it's important that they keep the scoreboard ticking over. Again, he's gone down the ground. Didn't quite get it where he was aiming. He was going more towards mid-on. But it goes into the boundary. Doesn't matter how hard it goes into the boundary, it's still 4 runs. So 6 runs from that over. Australia 2 for 83.
It's a bad ball and he pulls it away superbly for 4. Good start.
And leg spinners bowling without a mid-wicket cannot afford to bowl short.
So playing to continue from the members' end. So on 47. Big chance, they got in, caught behind, beautiful bowling, Taylor trying to sweep it over mid-wicket. The pressure maybe the close fieldsman worked for Pakistan. That's excellent cricket.
It's amazing what a difference having a good glove man does to a team's fielding. Rashid Latif has been very good with the gloves, and that's a good catch. Underneath edge from Mark Taylor. That's out, says Dickey, with the finger up. You'd really think that he enjoys giving batsmen out, wouldn't you, from the look on his face? It's 3 for 91.
Tremendous ovation for in-form Stephen Waugh, the hero of the West Indies tour for Australia, and rightly so. The last 2 years have been magnificent years for Stephen Waugh, batting at 6 or 5 for Australia in the batting lineup. Oh, that's well played. He hit that straight as an arrow for 4. 1 or 2 bounces into the side screen. A controlled, lofted drive.
He's got close enough to the pitch of that ball to negate the spin.
It's poor fielding by Salim Malik. It's a bit slow there at mid-on. Comes up to 100 for 3.
Mushtaq Ahmed. Oh, and that's off the edge. That's well bowled again. Well, he hasn't had much luck today, Mushtaq. Again, we saw Waugh there trying to force him away, trying to spread that field, trying to get the close fielders away, and he was a bit lucky. That one hit the edge and went bouncing away down towards backward point. Oh, and he's hit the stumps. That's very well done. They're calling for a replay as well, umpire, and I think he may have been home, actually. Yes, this will give us a better idea. Let's have a look. In comes the throw, and he's stretching there. The bat is just over the crease at that stage. So, yes, it was a good run, and on goes the green light. And that's beautifully played. That's the first one he's over pitched for a while, and of course Mark Waugh is a magnificent cover drive, and he really did caress that one through the offside. Lovely shot. All the way for 4. 3 for 119.
And the off-spinner coming back into the attack at the members' end.
And Steve Warne sent that one missing too. Over pitching Saclane. Steve Warne very quickly into position, minimum of fuss, minimum of effort, and it crashes into the cover fence. Amir Sahel continues from around the wicket from the Randwick end. None for 8 so far, but he's released the pressure a little bit. Mushtaq and Saclane. And Wasim, as we see him slash it away, and that'll bring up his 50. Mark War's third 50 in the series. Only his second Test 50 at the Sydney Cricket Ground. But he really does look to be quite focused today. He was very disappointed with himself in Hobart. Threw it away on 88. And he's well loved at the Sydney Cricket Ground, his home ground. 8 Test centuries to Mark Warne. And that's a smashing shot off the back foot from Steve Warne. Steve Warne scored 9 Test centuries, and he's also looking like he's got his mind set on his 10th.
And sadly, the light being offered to the Australian batsman. It has been getting dark for the last few minutes. Darkened quite quickly.
It looks as though there might be a storm on the way here. The ground, the SCG, looks magnificent. It's had plenty of rain recently. Might be just a little more on the way. Well, I'm afraid they never made it back after the umpires took them off. The light worsened a little, and that is the close of play score at the end of the second day. 3 for 151. Slater, that very good in-swinger from Wasim Akram, out for 1. Taylor must have been the finest of edges, an underneath edge against the off-spinner for 47. And David Boone, well caught behind. That was a big deflection of Mushtaq, the over-the-wrist spinner, out for 16. Then a splendid partnership between Mark Warne and Steve Warne. They put on 60. Mark Warne is 54 and Steve Warne 26. 3 for 151, chasing 299. And Pakistan, a wicket for Wasim Akram, who bowled beautifully early on with the new ball. Nothing for Waqar Younis, and he only bowled 5 overs. The 2 spinners, Mushtaq Ahmed, 1 for 52, and Saqlain Mushtaq, 1 for 36. So coming up tomorrow, the third day of this Test match, the last one in the series between Australia and Pakistan. We've had 2 very good days so far. Play commences at the SCG at 11 a.m. We look forward to having you with us then. For the moment, it's good night. Good morning around Australia. Welcome to day 3 of this Test match between Australia and Pakistan. The final one in the series of 3, and the spectators starting to come through the turnstiles already here, and we've had 2 great days so far. Hopefully another one coming up, because this is an absorbing Test match. Now then, take you through the match and tell you what's happened so far. Pakistan 299 with Ijaz 137. He made the 100 on the first day and then went on to 137. Inzamam 39, Salim Malik 36, and then it all disappeared, disintegrated in the face of some splendid Australian bowling. It was a very good performance from the Australians, and they knocked them over in the end for 299, having started at 4 for 231. Now the bowling figures for the Australians. Shane Warne, 34 overs, 20 maidens, 4 for 55. Used the conditions very well. There's some spin there for him, and he bowled with quite a bit of overspin as well. A lot of variety, and also a broken toe. McDermott, 3 for 62, and McGrath, 2 for 79. And that was a good performance to get rid of them for 299. Australian batting, 3 for 151. They were in trouble. They were 3 for 91 with Slater, Taylor and Boone gone. And then the War brothers, Mark 54 and Steve 26, did a great job. Added 60 and took them through until the umpires went off for bad light late in the second day.
Warne strike to Stephen, to Waqar Younis. It's a good shot. Ball coming into the leg stump. Steve Warne picked it up beautifully. Looking for 3. Happy with 2. Very positive stroke from Steve Warne there. Right off the meat of the bat. Mark Warne 54, Stephen Warne 28. Going to be Mushtaq for the first time from the members' end, the right arm leg spinner who bowled very well yesterday without luck. Well run. And overthrow. The captain fires at the stumps. The fieldsman backing up, misses it. A little bit of excitement early on here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Got him! Surely that's close. Oh, that was very close. It was a beautiful delivery through Mark Wall. We'll have a look at that. That's 3 for 161. Cracking shot, a beauty.
Got a terrific reception from the SCG crowd when he walked through the gate, Steve Waugh, and they really enjoyed that shot. It's not a shot that he plays a lot, the square cut. He tends more to play the straight bat shots off the back foot, like the cover drive. When you see him cut like that, you wonder why he doesn't play it a bit more.
If Ijaz at silly point would concentrate on just keeping still rather than moving around all over the place, he'd have a lot better chance of making catches in this area. You see that movement forward there. There's absolutely no point in that prior to the ball arriving at the batsman. I think he's probably quite nervous there. It's a sort of nervous can I get closer movement. Oh, that's got him. He must be out. Yes, he's calling for a replay. I think Stephen Waugh is taking his gloves off. I think he was out of his ground there. That's beautifully bowled by Mushtaq. And the question only is, did the bails come off quick enough? This will tell the story.
Yep, he's gone and forgotten. Well, not quite forgotten, but he's the 4th wicket to go down, and Rashid Latif has 3 of them. That umpire has signalled the red light. Steve Waugh is on his way. Played well for 38, but it was a lovely piece of cricket that got rid of him. Very well bowled, good leg spinner, and good wicket keeping also. Had to go away to his right a little bit, and that was excellent cricket.
Yes, so Steve Waugh out-stumped 4 for 174. So there it is, Greg Blewett now striding out to the centre. He's about to front Mushtaq, who got him out on both occasions in the last Test match. So this will be a big challenge for him. Yes. So he's off the mark, just deflecting off the pad onto the bat and down to backward point. So 1 run to Blewett.
Waugh on 66, his highest Test score here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Half appeal, just a few with enthusiasm, not many others. 4 for 180. 4 for 180, 70 overs having been bowled by Pakistan in Australia's first innings. Slater, Taylor, Boone, Steve Waugh all out. Mushtaq has taken 2 wickets and he's bowling now. Greg Blewett is facing.
Last ball from Spain, they went up for a bat pad, but Mark Wall plays with low hands. Very experienced player. As a county cricket, so the ball spinning, and nowhere near that. Maybe they're hoping for a bit of glove there.
Greg Blewett hits it back past the bowler. Went back as though he was looking to cut. The ball perhaps not coming onto him as quickly as he expected. Very nearly hit it back to the bowler.
Well, you have to feel a little bit sorry for Mushtaq. He's bowled superbly in this innings without any luck whatsoever. Could have gone straight back to him. It was a miss-hit. He was in with a bit of a chance as it was. He's back to pull it. Hits it. Mushtaq took a while to turn and just out of his reach. That's his record so far. 102 and 115. A magnificent start against England. He's certainly having trouble with Mushtaq. He doesn't seem to have any idea which way they're going. Maybe a little bit unfair from up in the commentary position. He certainly is struggling.
Well, it's no great discredit to him. There are a lot of players before him who've started off with a bit of a rush. Mark Waugh, his teammate, or his batting partner at the moment, got 100 in his first Test match and he went through a bit of a lull. Mohammad Azharuddin, Vinod Kambli, both Indian batsmen, struggled after great starts and bowled him. So he's still having problems, Greg Blewett. Mushtaq has deserved the wickets he's taken this morning. It's been a very good spell from him, but Greg Blewett playing right over the top of the full pitch delivery.
He's bowled superbly right throughout this innings. He's tested all the batsmen. Runs have hard to come by here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. This is good bowling. Nice flight. Deceived him in the air and the gate opened up. The wrong and again took middle stump. bowled him neck and crop, and that's superb bowling. He's enjoyed it, and rightly so. And Pakistan back in this match here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Broad, clean bowled, neck and crop, 5 for 182.
Ian Healy, the Australian vice-captain, is the new batsman. Will be Mushtaq Ahmed bowling this time to Mark Waugh. He picks the gap, and it's a wonderfully timed shot. There's no point chasing that one.
Yes, it's a great battle between Mark Waugh and Mushtaq here. Mark Waugh, a very good player of spin. Picks the length up superbly on this occasion. It wasn't that short. Just gave him a bit of room. Hit it beautifully.
Wasim is now back into the attack, not having bowled at all this morning, and I think this is a good move. That may well keep Mark Waugh on strike. So he moves to 98 and he will be on strike. It's just one short now, Mark Waugh. The Australians watching anxiously with Mark Waugh on 99. And that's the man he picks out at mid-off. So that's the 9th Test 100 for Mark Waugh, his first at the SCG and first against Pakistan, 5th in Australia and number 499 for Australia in Test cricket.
Yes, everyone on their feet here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's been a good innings. He's had to work pretty hard at times, but that second 50 really was lovely to watch. Those are the figures. 184 balls for his 100.
And a shout from Rashid Latif, and Mushtaq right on lunch has got a terrific breakthrough for Pakistan. And once again this game takes another little twist. Ian Healy, a dangerous man, well caught by Rashid Latif, who's having a good game with the gloves, and Pakistan will enjoy their lunch.
Yeah, wide, he drew him out, it turned, and a little nick on there, well taken again. Doesn't a good wicketkeeper make a huge difference? And very well bowled Mushtaq as well. He picks up another one, gets him to 4 now. You can see driving at this delivery, just a faint little nick, and nicely taken. Up they all go.
So Healy out for 6, Australia 6 for 226. The lead for Pakistan is 73. Australia now only have 4 wickets in hand. Mark Waugh with his 9th Test century, getting a terrific ovation as he leaves the SCG, but he's got plenty more work to do for Australia.
Paul Rifle is out there to replace Ian Healy, who was removed right on the lunch break. And Mushtaq will continue the bowling from the Paddington end, where he's had all his success this morning. Another beautiful spell from him this morning. Troubled all batsmen, including Mark Waugh. Mark Waugh probably played him as well as anybody, but he had his moments with him as well. Really was a wonderful spell of bowling. And just a loosener to start with.
And really that is poor fielding, because if he dives there and pulls that ball back, Rameez, he restricts them to 3, and by doing that he gets Mark Waugh off strike. So he had to do everything in his power there to get that ball, and it was only trickling. It's been a lot of work put into the banners over all 3 days of the SCG. The standard has been exceedingly high. And there's been some quite humorous ones as well.
And that's a lovely shot.
And good running as well as a good shot. Obviously the idea is to keep Mark Waugh on strike wherever possible. This is the sort of wicket where once you get in and you get set, batting is a lot easier than it is for the guy who's just come to the crease takes a little longer to adjust to the slower, low bouncing pitches. Mark Warne running hard to get back and retain the strike. I seem to recall that he was up around about the 7,000 first-class runs before he got picked for Australia, which is a lot.
No ball. And a slower ball. Doesn't do any harm to have to make a few runs before you get there, because you're going to have a few ups and downs. It's in the air and gone. Mark Warne, casual as always. I mean, when he's playing well, he looks casual, so you can't really complain when it finally brings about his downfall. Straightforward catch to the gully. Ball just being held back a little bit by Wazzy McGrath, and he is a fine bowler, but I can tell you there's a fine batsman as well.
It's well bowled, well caught, and it's taken a good bit of work to get rid of Mark Warne. An excellent innings, his 9th Test century. Australia 7 for 240.
Shane Warne, hero with the ball in the first innings. Broken toe from the Hobart Test match. It's his first chance to face a delivery in a Test match since breaking his toe. Whacker Yunus hit him on the big toe of his left foot. He's supposedly got a special guard on that toe now. And the Yorker, funnily enough, comes out first ball. Surprise, surprise. Well, Whacker Yunus and Wazim Akram really, as a pair, probably as successful as any pair at removing tail enders. Their record over the years has been excellent. Big in-swinging Yorker generally wraps a few of them up. And the bouncer also shakes a few up as well. Well, that's the sound of the helmet. That was the one I was talking about.
And Shane saying he's okay. Paul Rifle just coming down to check him out. I think Shane has decided that the quickie's got to go if he's up. On that occasion he doesn't pitch it up, and it's right on line. Was in just checking to see if Shane Warne wanted to have some eye contact.
That's a no ball. So was an Akram trying to unsettle the spinner, and that's the bouncer for the over.
Well done, well caught. Good wicket keeping once again from Rashid Latif. He's made quite a difference to this Pakistan side, just in general keenness and gloving ability, and that was a good catch because he had to go slightly forward as well as sideways, and Wazim Akram has seemed likely all the time has picked up the wicket of Warne.
Yes, it carried easy, and a very good delivery. Having slanted one in, he then got that one just to move the other way a little bit. A thick outside edge, and it went racing away to the keeper. So that's the end of Shane Warne. He made it just a 2 there before he was out caught behind, and it's 8 for 249.
Craig McDermott is the batsman, facing Wazim Akram.
Well, that's it, all over. I think Richie might have been right there. He didn't seem to be exactly behind that first one, and that just had to be straight. It was, and that was the end of McDermott.
This was the first ball from Wazim Akram, and the second, and as it turned out the last ball, has hit Midland leg without any appreciable amount of sheepskin between it and contact. And that's not done much for the Australian cause. It's 9 for 249. Glenn McGrath, they say, has been concentrating on his batting. His batting coach is said to be Steve Waugh. And that's a very good batting coach to have. 9 for 254. Now it's going to be Mushtaq to bowl to Paul Rifle. There is a man out at deep mid-wicket now. That's sensible. And Rifle will look for 2 there. I couldn't understand they'd employed a man at short mid-wicket instead of deep. They've got him in deep now. And a measure of McGrath's confidence is that he's insisted on taking the third run, which gives him the strike. Caught. Out. And the innings is over at 257. May not have been the smartest move to go for the third run, with Rifle as the more recognised batsman. But a wonderful performance from the little leg spinner Mushtaq Ahmed. He's produced the lofted drive there. And the skipper has taken the catch at cover, a good diving catch.
Yes, and he's done more than that too. He's come over to his little leg spinner and put his arm around him too, because he really has bowled very well. It's his second 5 wickets in an innings, and he really has done very well. So, unfortunately for Glenn McGrath, the duck caught at short extra cover, and so maybe a little bit disappointed in that. But Pakistan will be very happy with the way they've performed. This is their best performance for sure in the field. And so there it is. The Australians, in reply to 299, scored 257.
Well, to start you off with this Pakistan second innings, Ian Chappell is in the combox, and with him is Greg Chappell.
Thanks, Richie. Yes, I think one of the most difficult tasks a captain can have when he's trying to take wickets and save runs at the same time. For a start, Mark Taylor is going on the attack, as he should, with a new ball. In the first innings, Amir Sahel put a delivery like that away for 4. Sahel off the mark. Glenn McGrath is going to open from the Paddington end. Rami's off the mark. That's well run. That's something that Pakistan will have to do. No third man. Gone, dropped. This time Mark Taylor. So we've had Mark Waugh and Mark Taylor dropping catches in this test match, and that is unusual.
Amir Sahel slashing as he did in the first innings. It flew to Mark Waugh in the first innings, around about the same position, same height. He was able to take the catch, separate from the one Ian was talking about, and on this occasion Mark Taylor gets his left hand to it, both hands up there, but it hit his left hand and fell safely behind him. Something that you don't see a great deal of.
Oh, he's really gone for that. I don't think that was all that short, but I tell you what, wasn't short on the pitch, but it's long in clearing the boundary.
Well, you see a magnificent hit there from Amir Sahel, and I've heard about blokes pouching a catch, but that's ridiculous.
Chance, yes, well taken. David Boone on the offside this time instead of his normal onside position, has taken a very good catch.
We saw Brendan Julian down in Hobart take a very good catch in the same sort of area coming forward. Always the hardest thing to do for a fieldsman is to come forward when the ball is coming low and hard. Sahel again slashing away on the offside. And David Boone, we've seen him agile at bat pad many times, but that's a wonderful catch. And Craig McDermott takes the first wicket of the innings again. Pakistan 1 for 18.
Ijaz Ahmed, first innings century maker. In fact, he produced his highest score in Test cricket.
Ijaz gets a full toss and he puts it away. Does hit the loose ball well.
Yes, played very well in the first innings, and I want to see the back of him too.
Nicely driven, glorious off drive. And as Raja drove well in the first innings, is off and onside. It's gone again. That's a better shot. That's a gem of a shot, pulling him forward of mid-wicket. 10 off the over. A very good one for Pakistan. It's 1 for 34. Crash, and what a shot. No ball called, but doesn't he like that square cut? We saw Stephen Waugh this morning do that. None better than this one.
Oh, it's got to be out. It's gone. And that's what happens when you get into a negative frame of mind and you're not thinking about using the bat. All of a sudden you pick the wrong ball. He wasn't thinking about using the bat, and by the time he's tried to bring the bat into play, it's all too late.
Yes, that's well bowled, Shane Warne. That's the top spinner. It gets him on the back leg, and it was going on to collect middle stump. Umpire Randall, no hesitation there, and Ijaz is annoyed with himself, I think, as much as anything. And so the second Pakistan wicket is down with the score at 58.
Salim Malik comes in at number 4. in Zamam was down to bat 4. In fact, batted 4 in the first innings, but has some shoulder problems.
That's well played. Short delivery again, and that one right off the middle of the bat. Played into the gap on the offside too. Short ball from Warne that time. Don't see many loose ones from him. The score moves on to 2 for 67. That's well played.
That's what happens. He could be gone. I think that's out. Yes, and what a good effort by Mark Waugh. Trying to sweep, not using the feet. That's the frustration, and Mark Waugh, like a panther, sprung across the pitch and took a good, well-judged catch.
Well, again, that's the problem when you're thinking about not using the bat. When you get a ball to score from, you move late, and the ball has come from either the glove or the arm. Umpire Steve Randall says the glove.
Well, it looked reasonably high on the glove if it was on that occasion. We'll have a look at that later, but that's a big breakthrough by Shane Warne. The experienced Raja out for 39. He never really goes on with it. It's 3 for 82 and the ground's a buzz. Bassett Ali makes his way to the centre of the Sydney Cricket Ground. The 15,000 people on the edge of their seats. It's off the mark with the single.
Couple of minor birds, according to Bill Laurie, who's not far away, and what's more, he says they're young, and they're both females as well. He knows all about these things. And those of you who watched the cricket show at lunchtime would have seen Bill and the pigeons. Got that one away. There's no one down at third man, so they'll come back for the second, and if they go quickly they could have even got 3, but they won't. They'll end up with 2. So Pakistan 3 for 101.
Well, Healy is on his way down now to have a word with Warne. That might be partly psychological. Be chatting about what they'll have to drink in the dressing room when they get back, but they know it's the last ball of the day because time is up and overs are up as well. Right, now see if you can land that top spinner on the spot and just have it hit the gloves instead of go through to the wicket keeper. Could be the plan of campaign. He's done in between his legs. Well, whatever it is they talked about, you can bet your life in future it'll be, why don't you give him the one that'll bowl in between his legs?
Well, this is what happens when you don't want to use the bat. They start to stick the pad out. The ball pitches in the rough around the leg stump, spins viciously. Mike Gadding knows what it's all about. That's what the bat's for, son. And what a way to finish the day. The Australians will go in euphoric. The Pakistanis will be dragging their backsides on the ground. And this could be the turning point in the Test match. Crashes into the leg stump between the pads. Well, what a disaster for Basit Ali. And a coup for the Australians. He'll hear that sound for the rest of the night.
And possibly well beyond. A great performance. 3 for 28, 17 overs and 7 maidens in total. 4 for 101 for Pakistan in their second innings. And they have a 42-run lead, so they're 143 ahead. Welcome to the highlights of the fourth day's play of this stirring Test match here at the SCG, Australia and Pakistan. This is the way the day began. Pakistan 299 and 4 for 101. Australia 257. And that last ball yesterday, the one that dismissed Basit Ali, could be the crucial dismissal. 4 for 101. Warne already has 3 for 28. The pitch is taking a lot of spin, and we're in for another fascinating day. Pakistan have an overall lead of 143. We're going to join play in the first over of the day. McGrath is bowling to Salim Malik. Your commentators Bill Laurie and Ian Chappell.
It's a good shot, good start. Positive on drive, just a little bit in the air for the first 5 or 6 metres. The outfield quite quick today. And they'll run 3. Big ovation as Shane Warne takes the ball. The Randwick end. Got him, no, missed stumping. That's the one they played in a Test match when they won off the last ball. He doesn't like hitting the ball through mid-wicket. He did him in flight, and it got through Healy. We'll wait for the call. Was there an edge? Yes, he got an edge, so maybe that's the reason why Healy didn't glove it. It'll be an interesting replay.
This has gone very close to everything. We talked in the first innings about Inzamam's problems trying to play in this area. And that's beaten everything.
That's glorious stroke. That's one of the best shots we've seen against Shane Warne. The perfect cover drive. Brewitt's running it down. That side of the ground's a long boundary, and they pick up 3. This time he gets a square, and that could be 4. Racing away, the short boundary. Warne chasing hard. Available for runs. Salim Malik moves to 32. Inzamam al-Haq on 5. It's going to be Shane Warne. He likes them there, though. That's a superb stroke. Beautifully played. Racing down the hill, Slater's the fieldsman. A dive. Doesn't get it. Valuable runs for Pakistan in the first half hour. Down the leg, so that could be 4. The leg glance, valuable runs, nicely played. Right off the meat of the bat. And Pakistan doing well.
One moment, Warne might have thought he was in with a chance of bowling behind his pads. In fact, it's cost him another couple of runs from the overthrow.
Shane Warne, meantime, continuing around the wicket. Oh, and that did spin a long way. Hit the outside edge, went down again, and yet again the ball doesn't carry to slip. Onto the back foot and getting stuck into that one.
Almost looked as if he was setting himself for anything short. He's going to pull it away. He's got a very forceful bottom hand. In fact, he uses it quite predominantly in some of his shots. You can see it's parted there, and you whack, in comes the bottom hand, and he's smashed that one away all the way along the ground through mid-wicket.
Now Mark Waugh with his off spin is coming on to replace Shane Warne.
Oh, big appeal, and he's given him. That turned back a long way. Well, I'm going to want to see that replay. That really did spin back a long way, and umpire Dickie Bird there had a little look at it. Up came his finger, and so Mark Waugh has made the breakthrough.
Part-time spinner. Pitches just outside off stump. He's not very far forward. Dickie Bird had a good look at it. He didn't seem to hesitate at all. Salim Malik's on the way back to the pavilion, and all of a sudden the air of expectancy comes back to the SCG. Pakistan 5 for 163.
Wasim Akram, the Pakistan captain, age 29. He's the new batsman. An average of around about 20. And he's out there because of this LBW decision. I didn't like this too much. Let's have a look at it. He's outside the line, is he? Well, looks to me as if he's outside the line. If he wasn't, it was turning a long way. And Dickie's given him out. Well, I think that Salim Malik was a little unlucky there. There's not much you can do about it, though. He's sitting in the dressing room now.
New batsman at the crease as Paul Rifle comes in from the members' end. In this match, I think the umpiring's been fantastic. The last one was Rifle pulls up short. It's not what Captain Tower wants at this stage.
So somebody's going to have to complete that over for Rifle. He's bowled 3 balls in the over. And the fact that he's heading off pretty quickly, not even going to attempt to bowl another ball, suggests that it's not too good. Craig McDermott is going to continue, having bowled 3 balls to complete the over that Paul Rifle started. On this occasion, Inzamam really pushing out at that one, and he gets a boundary. Oh, he's had a go at that one, and it's going down to the fence. He really did get onto that too, and that brings up his 50. So Inzamam Al-Haq making a half-century. He's not finished yet, and making it when it's vitally important from Pakistan's point of view. This is Craig McDermott. Oh, and that one's gone through everything, and he's given him out. Yes, he's given him out. A big appeal there for LBW. I think that's what it was about. I don't think it was a caught behind. It went right through him. That's Wasim done. Well, I must say that my initial reaction to the LBW appeal must have been close to pitching outside leg stump. Let's have another look.
Well, it's only the height that could have been a complaint, I think, there. It pitched in line. Wasim Akram was only on the crease. Umpire Steve Randall not at all worried. He puts the finger up. So 2 LBW decisions today. Pakistan lose their 6th wicket for 185.
So Rashid Latif, the wicketkeeper, is out there now. He's got an average of just over 25, and he's got a big challenge on his hands there as well. Warne continuing. Oh, no shot played. He's given him out. LBW on the full. Well, he simply stood there. It hit him on the full. Big appeal from Healy behind the stumps. Up went Warne as well. No shot offered, and Dickie Bird gave him out.
Well, Rashid Latif, having looked back to see the replay on the big screen. Ball pitching around leg stump, offering no shot. Very dangerous ploy. And Dickie Bird doesn't hesitate. So Rashid Latif, not very happy. Pakistan 7 for 188.
So Saklain Mushtaq, who's the young off-spinner, 19 years of age now. His highest score 34. If you can improve on that today, he'll be very happy. Inzamam on 51.
Warne continues. 4 for 60. Inzamam goes for him. It's in the air, and it's a way over square leg. Just trickle into the gutter for 4. That's the way to go. He's got to play a few shots now with the tail. Try and get as many boundaries as possible. Perfect day at the Sydney Cricket Ground. A great test match in progress. He's gone for him. He's out. Brilliantly caught. Taylor at mid-wicket. Inzamam trying to hit over the infield, hit it to Taylor. It went like a rocket and he caught it as clean as a whistle. Superb cricket.
That's the danger for the batsman on this sort of pitch. When you do try and hit over the infield, it's very difficult to get a lot of elevation. And he got it just high enough to give Mark Taylor the chance. And he doesn't need much of a chance. Very good catch. Number 98 in Test cricket for Mark Taylor. And the dangerous Inzamam is gone. Pakistan 8 for 198.
Mushtaq Ahmed, the hero with the ball for Pakistan in the first innings with 5 wickets. Joins his fellow spinner Sakane at the crease. Short of Taylor, races down to third man. Should come back for the second. They're doing that, so it brings up the 200. So it's 8 for 201. Got him! Yes, he's got him. Superb work, beautiful catch, good bowling, good cricket.
Well, just one ball it took. Mark Waugh was brought in there specifically for that delivery. Craig McDermott bowled it absolutely spot on, and they got the result they were after. That is excellent cricket, right off the middle of the bat, but you can't hit him above ground when Mark Waugh's around the place. Sakane is gone. Mark Waugh there watching the ball all the way and does it easily. Pakistan are now 9 down with a lead of 245.
Wakar Yunus is the new batsman. He's also the last batsman in this line-out. Yes, and that's in the air as well. Will it be caught? Oh, no, it's not. Well, it was up there for a while. Julian went around very quickly and he went sliding across the surface there and didn't quite get there, I don't think. Let's have another look at it.
He's a very good fielder, Brendan Julian. It was a slower ball. Wakar Yunus was playing too early at it. Just short of him, so it doesn't go down as a chance.
Oh, big appeal. He's got him. That's it. That's the end of that. McDermott's had a magnificent little session. 4 wickets he's taken. And another LBW. That one just drifting in a little bit. And it's the end of Mushtaq Ahmed. Out LBW to McDermott for 2. And the Pakistanis have collapsed. This is it again. Let's have a look. A little bit of drift in there. And it pitched and hit him around about middle and leg. And up goes the finger there of umpire Randall. Mushtaq out LBW. Australia have a target now of 247.
Well, that was a great performance from Craig McDermott and from the Australian side, well led by Taylor. They did an excellent job to get rid of Pakistan there for 204. Once again, the batting has fallen away in the bottom half of the order. It's happened in all 3 innings so far. 59 for Inzamam and Salim Malik 45. That was a good partnership. Then Wasim out for 5, Rashid Latif 3, Sakane 2, Mushtaq 2. So there's nothing at all from the bottom part of the order there. 10 extras and 204 in all. And the bowling figures, a great performance from McDermott. There's always someone to put up their hand in the Australian side when things are going wrong. Rifle bowled 8.3 overs before he had to go off with that hamstring tear. McDermott came on at the Northern or Paddington end, bowled 15.3 overs for the innings and took 5 for 49. Just when people were saying that Warne was going to get another 5-wicket haul, he could only finish with 4 for 66 from 37 overs and 13 maidens. But a great performance from McDermott and a fine effort from the Australian side. We join the Australian innings now in the 3rd over. It's no wicket for 4. Wasim Akram is bowling to Taylor, and in the commentary box with me is Tony Greig.
Oh, well bowled, and that's lucky. Well, that's going to make an interesting replay. We're just having a little look down at the pitch there.
Difficulty is for the batsman to put this out of his mind. He's got away with it.
Paul Rifle apparently is torn a hamstring, a lower hamstring. Yes, he doesn't look very happy, does he? Slater will be very determined to get some runs in this innings. He's had a go at that one, and he's blitzed it through the offside field. And into the fence it goes for 4. So Slater not wasting any time. He's going to pull some of those booming cover drives out, get stuck into them.
Oh, he sent him back. If he hits his trouble, oh dear, oh dear. Mark Taylor was sent back by Michael Slater, and if it had been a direct hit or somebody had been at the stumps, Mark Taylor would have been on his way back.
And you'll hear Mark Taylor scream no afterwards, because he got a call of yes there. The throw misses. Now it rebounds off the fielder's hands, and you'll hear Mark scream no here. He's very annoyed with his partner.
And in the 6th over of the innings, Mushtaq will be brought into the attack from the Randwick end. Oh, that's well bowled, the wrong one. The question was asked of Steve Randall at square leg for the stumping. Mark Taylor beaten in flight.
Quick bit of work there by Rashid Latif. The toe he thought might have just come up in the air, but Mark Taylor hung on.
So Wasim Akram banking on his spinners to winning this test match. Oh, and he's dropped him. Inzamam could well have undone all the good work that he did with the bat this morning by dropping a reasonably straightforward chance.
And it came in the midriff area, which is usually where you've got the opportunity to clutch them to the belly. And gets him on the palm, high up on the palm.
Well, that's what Michael Slater thinks of it all. He's not going to get himself out playing little dabs here and there. He's decided to go with the full-blooded swing of the bat.
Well, that's the thing that you always get the feeling with Pakistan that can bring them undone, is their fielding.
Michael Slater goes for the pull shot. He doesn't get all of it, but it should go. No, it's been well saved. It's a plane, the fieldsman down the backward square leg boundary, makes good ground, and a desperate dive saves 1 run. Every run important in this situation.
That's in the air and gone down the ground. Never intended to go anywhere near there. He was trying to hit that away on the offside, and it's hit the silly mid-off, or the silly point. Mohan Khan, who's just come out of the dressing room to replace, hit him on the shoulder. There we are. And he must have got underneath that one to get it up to his shoulder. He's got that one away, nice and fine. I'll get 3 here. And he's had a go at that one as well, and that's raced away through the offside field. Well, it is lovely to watch Slater play. There's never a dull moment, and this is an example of his aggression. Oh, well bowled, that's got to be, yes, he's got him out, LBW. He's done him with a little googly. Slater didn't pick it, he padded up, the ball spun back, and it's almost a replay of his Hobart dismissal. Well bowled, mushy. He's tossed it up, it spun back a little bit. That is the end of Slater.
That's what they needed. Beautifully bowled. We've seen Shane Warne bowl beautifully in this match, but so was Mushtaq. That's his 6th wicket, and that was a vital one. They've had a few near misses, a drop chance, and finally the googly deception gets Slater for 23. It's 1 for 42.
David Boone, the new batsman, 34 years of age. He's got an overall batting career average of 43.72. Have a look at all those test matches up on the right-hand side there. 104, over 7,000 runs. Oh, he's gone for that sweep shot and got it away nicely as well. That's going down to the boundary for 4, dead square. 4 runs from the over, 1 for 46.
That's gone through the gap. That's what Mark Taylor's looking for, to get a few boundaries, bring that target down.
1 for 23 and 9.1.
And a shout, but it falls in front, I think. And Sahel, we talked about it before, he's too deep, and it was shown to be so on that occasion.
You're going to field back where you'd be for a medium pacer. You've got no chance of catching them off a wrist spinner. Now just watch the trajectory of that. It just goes down, and the fielder is only just coming into picture. He is a long, long way back. Just hit the ground a matter of an inch or so in front of his fingernails. Well, the man at deep square didn't pick it up, lost it in the crowd, was slow to move. Now, Mark Taylor's tactics are becoming more clearly defined now. It's 1 for 62.
Further 178 needed by Australia.
Come on, Declan.
And that's well caught.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Off the back of the bat, I'd say. Need the replay to confirm that. Looked as though it came from pad onto the back of the bat. And then brilliantly caught. I think there's only one injury has come out of it.
That was a very good catch because the ball bobbed down onto the back of the bat, and Moen Khan, the substitute fielder, has taken the catch. And then you watch Amir Sahel come out of this and he's still holding his face. What he did was whack his face, probably where he got hit by Wakkar in the nets in Melbourne the other day, and he's whacked it on the grill of Moen's helmet. That's why he's holding his lip. But David Boone is gone. It's 2 for 69.
So a danger period here for Australia, and a very experienced man coming to the crease. 51 test matches and over 3,000 career runs by a score of 140.
Balls off the mark with a boundary. May not have come from the plumb centre of the bat, but it was good enough. Saklan has claimed a wicket. Mushtaq, the leg spinner, has the other one. Pretty much the centre. Now Mushtaq, the leg spinner. Well, Harold Bird had a long look at that. It's testing the umpire's patience to keep playing with the pad.
I saw a lot of the Pakistanis doing this, and that's very, very close.
That's a beautiful stroke. Just need the replay to tell you whether or not he started down the pitch before the ball left the bowler's hand, but he certainly got it off the middle of the bat. That's a lovely stroke. So 2 very good shots by Mark Waugh in this over. 2 boundaries, and it's 2 for 99.
Goes slow, Warne, he whacks, that could be 6. That's that really helps the total. Dickie's looking for help. He doesn't know. Dickie said, I don't know. Yes, and finally he goes for the 6. Wasam Akram going around the wicket to Mark Waugh. He had him caught in the gully in the first innings driving when he was 116. Big shout, that's off the pad, he's given him. That's the breakthrough they needed. Well, he must have gave that out caught behind. And Mark Waugh, who normally doesn't show any emotion whatsoever, is not happy. But that's the wicket that Pakistan wanted. Wasam Akram got the breakthrough.
Well, the umpires had 3 pretty good days, but suddenly on the 4th day there's been a little bit of variation in the standard. A big shout there from Rashid Latif, and you can see there Mark Waugh most unhappy. He feels that he hasn't got any bat on it. But it'll say in the scorecard, Waugh caught Rashid, bowled Wasim 34. 3 for 117.
A cruel blow for Australia there with Mark Warre's dismissal to Wazim Akram for 34. Mark Taylor, the skipper, is still there on 49. And Ian Healy, who's made a century in Test matches, came in as night watchman. He's there on 4. 3 for 121, 42 overs gone so far, but still plenty to do for the Australians. Wazim Akram, 1 for 13. Mushtaq Ahmed bowled superbly, much better than that. 18 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 59, with attacking fields all the time. Saqlain Mushtaq, 13 overs, 5 maidens, and 1 for 35. So coming up tomorrow, the final day of this Test match, an engrossing game of cricket. Very, very good. It's been fluctuating all the time, and we look forward to having you with us for the final day, 11 o'clock local time here in Sydney. Until then, it's good night. Welcome to highlights of the final day's play at the SCG in this last Test match between Australia and Pakistan. Good conditions for the final day, but there'll certainly be a little bit of turn there for the remainder of that Australian batting lineup. They started the day at 3 for 121. The 2 not-out batsmen, Taylor, 49, and Healy, who came in as a night watchman, on 4. Slater Boone and Mark Warre dismissed yesterday. And the bowling for Pakistan, before a ball was delivered on the final day, Wazim Akram, who I think will be a danger man on the last day, 1 for 13 from 8 overs. Mushtaq Ahmed, 18 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 59. He will get a lot of spin out there today. We join play now in the second over. No runs have been added. Mushtaq is bowling to Mark Taylor, the Australian captain. Your commentators, Bill Laurie and Greg Chappell.
There's a chance. If he hits him, Taylor safely home. That's a very good 50 under enormous pressure.
A lot of the responsibility rests with the captain, and he'll be well aware of that. He commented after yesterday's play that he wants to lay to rest the feeling that Australians aren't good. The Australian cricket team is not good at chasing small targets. He wants to lay that to rest, and all his concentration and determination will go towards that. A fine 50 for Mark Taylor. He's had a good series.
And Healy on strike. Very strong offside field. Nobody at mid-wicket, which is a bit of a surprise. Healy goes there. Well, that's bonus runs for Ian Healy. That's his strength. And they'll get 3. 4 runs off the over. 3 for 125. It's going to be Wazim Akram to take up the attack to Ian Healy. One gets the feeling this morning that Ian Healy will play his natural game and play his shots. Oh, that's a good one. That was very quick. On the 5th day on this very slow pitch, the very quick arm action of Wazim Akram getting some bounce and swing. It's a beautiful bouncer.
Just trying to build the pressure on Ian Healy, force him to have a go at one.
He does, and it doesn't get an edge. Beautiful bowling. That went away off the seam as well. He came around the wicket, hit the seam, and went towards slip. Beautiful delivery. Beats him again. He's got him! That's the wicket they needed. Wazim Akram with a magnificent over. The 2 bounces, those 2 perfect deliveries. Healy was committed to a stroke, and this game is wide open.
Well, that is a marvellous piece of bowling from a master of his craft. He's worked away and worked away. This one just continues straight on. Healy tempted again. Rashid Latif does the work. Ian Healy's out, and he is a danger man, and the Pakistanis will be glad to see the back of him. Australia 4 for 126. Steve Warne playing his 79th Test match. And the pressure's right on the Australians now. Greg Blewett the next to come, and he's had some problems against the Pakistan spinners, most of all Mushtaq. Wazim Akram was the man who got rid of Healy, set him up with this delivery. Just moving away late, swinging it late in the air, and then he kept it coming in for the next delivery. Same angle, but the ball coming in this time, gets the outside edge, just a flick on the bat, and that's enough. And Ian Healy's on his way.
That's out too. Wow, there was a big noise. It must have been some pad or ground. There was a big noise there. My word, something happened there. Did he hit the pitch? Did he hit his pad? Have another quick look at that.
You can feel the tension in the air. Driving and hits the ground with the bat. That's the noise you could hear.
chance, went through his hands, did it? We'll have a look at that. I think he touched it. You needed to catch that one. It was well struck, but that's the one that the bowlers look for. Threw it up, tail come down, and didn't glove it.
Well, Mark Taylor's prepared to take some risks because he recognises they need to score some runs. There are not too many batsmen left. Mushtaq tempts him. He goes over the top, just the finger on it. It was going like a rocket. You can't really class that as a chance. Not many bowlers would have caught that. Just got there a fraction late.
Nick, it gets past the slip. He dropped his wrist on that occasion, Stephen Warne. He was encouraged into the shot, but played it pretty well.
Mushtaq had slipped. Perhaps a man with longer arms might have got his hand to this one. Mushy had a good go.
It's a good shot through the gap. Mid-on, very slowly made, very slow to get going there. Squirrelberg does the chase, and I could get 3. 5 off the over, a good one for Australia. 4 for 135. We have a problem with Steve Warre's groin. He's been troubled for some time with that, injured it when playing at the Melbourne Cricket Ground against Victoria in a state match. Sweeps in the air, man's coming around. 4, oh, top edge. Don't see Stephen Warre sweep very often. He's in a bit of trouble with that groin. He's lucky to get that wide of the fieldsman. Good positive stroke, and Taylor's concerned he comes across to talk to his lower order batsman.
He's got that one through the gap. It's running down towards the fence. That was a wideish half volley, trying to tempt him out. He did, and Stephen Warre got stuck right into it. Good shot. 4, 6 runs from the over. 4 for 146. Oh, well bowled. That one came back a long way. Late as well. He's getting the odd one to swing into the left-hander, then he holds it up a little bit. It's the one that goes into the left-hander that he's getting to move quite sharply. So Taylor 55. Stephen Warre on 14. He's on strike, and it's going to be Mushtaq bowling his leggies. Oh, a bowled. He's bowled him out. That's a magnificent delivery. He tossed it up in the air. It was a googly. Steve Warre came at the bait, tried to drive it through the offside field, and back went his off stump. That's great bowling.
It is great bowling, and it's courageous bowling, because in the last over he tossed one up out wide to Steve Warre, and Steve Warre drove him for 4. This time it was the wrong and pitched wide, and a little inside edge onto the stumps. So that's very thoughtful bowling from Mushtaq. And Pakistan have picked up 2 wickets this morning. Australia 5 for 146.
So he's just 24 years of age, the new batsman, Greg Blewett. He's also under quite a lot of pressure. He's had a lot of problems with Mushtaq, and they aren't about to go away, because Mushtaq has got the ball in his hand, and I tell you, he will be dying to get at him. And this is how he got rid of Stephen Warre.
Flight has gained him that wicket. They always say about spinners, you've got to beat them through the air before you can beat them off the pitch. Mushtaq did exactly that. Beautifully flighted delivery, and that's pleased the captain.
It pleased the little leggy as well. He went dancing his normal little jig, made him come to him that time. He went really wide. He's bowled superbly here. Well, what can he do to Blewett? Oh, he's beaten him straight away. Yes, Blewett doesn't pick the googly, and the leggy's turning quite a long way. So he's got some tough work on his hands. In the meantime, it's going to be McGrath continuing. The captain out there playing a real captain's knock. 55 he's got. It's that little spinner of his again. Played away nicely by Taylor on the onside. Into the gap it was. He'll come back for the 3rd. And that's not a bad idea. That gets Blewett away from the problems he's having with Mushtaq.
Mark Taylor picking that one well. It was the orthodox spinner used as a slower ball by McGrath.
Meanwhile, Mushtaq causing a few problems.
Oh, he's got him. Yes, he's out stumped. What a wicket that is. That's the one they really wanted. Taylor going down the pitch, trying to hit Mushtaq out of the ground, and the Pakistanis are around him. I think they realise now that they've got this one.
Yes, they're all hugging him. He's really bowled superbly. He's now got rid of the Aussie captain, who's played so well, out for 59, stumped off the bowling of the little leggy Mushtaq Ahmed.
Well, Mark Taylor was having to take risks to win his runs, and he tried once too often. And Mushtaq, who's had a terrific finish to this series in the last 2 test matches, with the aid of Rashid Latif, has got rid of Mark Taylor. Australia 6 for 153.
Australia have lost 3 for 31 this morning. Can Shane Warne put a stop to the rot? Well, he's out there at the moment. He's down the non-striker's end. And he's out there because little Mushy has struck again.
Rashid also having a very good game along with Mushtaq. Taylor going a long way down to try and get that one. And Rashid had him by miles. Umpire Steve Randall there, hardly even bothering to stick his finger up. In fact, Rashid was very keen to get at that one. He was almost level with the stumps in taking it. He actually take the ball in front of the stumps, could be given not out.
So Blewett on 2 now. Warne out there with him, hasn't scored yet. Australia struggling now, 6 for 153. The guy's done the damage, Mushtaq. Continuing, and that one swept away as well. That sweep shot has brought Australia some runs. And so that time it was Blewett getting stuck into it, and that's the 4th boundary of the morning.
Once again, positive approach from Greg Blewett, and a good sweep. He's sweeping from around about off stump so that he can get the ball in front of square leg.
Well, Greg Blewett's going to have to show a really cool head here. He's got to soak up as much of the strike as he can. Actually, that was well played in the end. His instincts were to hook it. It was a length where he would normally be hooking. The ball didn't come on quite as much as he would expect, say, at the Adelaide Oval. And at the last minute, he bailed out.
Good decision. The ball was above his head. He wouldn't have been able to control it as he might have wished.
Shane Warne will be facing his opposite number. Mushtaq Ahmed, the leg spinner, will be bowling to the Australian leg spinner. Shane Warne has gone in the air and it's going to fall short. So we can see what Shane Warne is going to do. He's going to be aggressive. He's trying to go over the top. They pushed the point fielder back. In the end, he was too deep. And they've asked the question again. He's a long way forward, more so than anyone else who was given out padding up yesterday or any other stage in the game. It is a dangerous ploy, though, but good to see Greg Blewett getting a long way forward. Oh, he's tried to turn it around the corner. He's given him out, stumped. No, he's gone for the third umpire. They saw the hand go up, but in fact it was the signal for the third umpire. Shane Warne got himself into a bit of a tangle, tried to tuck it around the corner in the end. Was he dragged out of the crease as he overbalanced onto the front foot? He certainly was. It's up in the air, it's down on the line. It's still on the line.
He's lucky he's just all right, I'd say. But by no more than a whisker.
Well, again, they've asked the question, padding up, but Dickie Bird, 6 for 162.
Now, Wakar Yunus.
Oh, that's a good appeal, but I think there's a bit of bat in that one as well.
Bit of bat and missing leg stump as well. But there'll be no shortage of appeals out there today. Everyone will be very excited. Yes, that would have missed leg stump by 6 inches, even without the inside edge.
Shane Warne gets it away. He's picked the gap. He hasn't got full bat on it. Only able to get 2, so 3 runs from that over. Australia sneaking up on the target, 6 for 165. Over the top, yes, just got it high enough to get it over. Was McGrath's outstretched hand. 2 more, they'll take them. Not sure that everybody in the dressing room will be relaxed about this.
Be 1 or 2 very nervous figures in there, jittery even.
Blew it again. Probably get 2 here.
The thing Pakistan must guard against is any hint of an edge of panic out there. They've got plenty of time, but when you're in the field, if you're not getting wickets, if you picked up 3 as they have this morning, and then suddenly it all stops and the batsmen start to push runs around, you haven't got many runs to play with, there is always the opportunity to provide just a little panic.
Oh, he's bowled him with the full toss. Well, I can't believe it. The in-swinging full toss, it's a deadly delivery. You don't expect to get the ball up around about waist height. You're looking for it elsewhere. And Greg Blewett will wonder where the heck that delivery went.
That's what it was. It started a foot outside off stump and it hit leg. It was reverse swing, the reverse swing we've been talking about, that Wasim Akram used earlier this morning, and now Waqar Younis has with such deadly effect. And that swung, well, if you allow 10 inches a foot, that's gone, 25 centimetres, and it's accounted for Greg Blewett. 7 for 170.
Well, Craig McDermott is the new batsman. Paul Rifle has some hamstring problems. They've decided to go with the big fella. Probably have him looking for playing some shots. The reason he's there is that Greg Blewett, defeated by the in-swinging full toss, not the in-swinging Yorker, which Waqar is so well renowned, for which he's well renowned. Maybe Greg Blewett maybe just lost that one. Wasn't expecting it to be quite so full. The swing has deceived him. Well, these fellas, Wasim and Waqar, have hit the stumps a lot of times in their career. 77 still required, 3 wickets in hand. And there is another one, and that might be it. And that's the second time in the match McDermott has been out second ball for a duck. Bowled on both occasions, never in any real danger of being out LBW.
Certainly wasn't. Pads are well outside the line of the stumps. That's not very well played. But it's very well bowled. Waqar Younis knew precisely what he had to do. And it's 8 for 170.
Paul Rifle is the man on the left with the limp. Mark Waugh is coming up to run for him. Paul Rifle has some hamstring problems. They're a similar build. If only Mark Waugh could adopt a limp, maybe he could impersonate Paul Rifle at the crease. Trouble is, Paul Rifle is the man that's going to have to face. He'll be facing Waqar Younis, who has removed Craig McDermott with a little slider onto off stump to follow up the wicket of Greg Blewett earlier in the over. And again, the Australians are on the ropes chasing a small total. Warne goes in the air again. There's a fieldsman down at mid-off. He couldn't find it. He's got it. Yes, he's got it. And it's 6 for 51. The Australians, the much vaunted Australian batting lineup, has struggled and lost 6 for 51 so far this morning. Seclain, the fielder at mid-off. He looked like he was struggling to find the ball in the air, but in the end he made good position and he made no mistake.
And again, it looked as the ball pitched that it was the leg break, and if so, Mushtaq has been working very well with his brain. He hasn't given Warne any wrong at all. He's just kept the leg spinner going away from him, and Warne has been trying to hit across the spin. It's now 9 for 172.
Who'd be a tail ender in this game? Then McGrath strides to the crease to join Paul Rifle. So 2 bowlers out there. Paul Rifle will be facing.
Beautifully bowled.
Picky Bird just explaining that there was a bit of bat in that. Don't bother me with these sort of appeals, fellas, please. Glenn McGrath stands between Pakistan and victory here at the moment. Waqar Younis is the bowler. There it is, it's all over. He's done it again. Finished off the tail, as he has done so often during his career. And what a happy Wasim Akram, and so he should be. It's been a marvellous performance by him and his team to come back from the depths of two big losses in Brisbane and Hobart. To fight back here under pressure. They took the positive step, winning the toss and electing to bat first. They were able to put the Australians under pressure. Took a 42-run lead into this second innings. They looked like they mightn't have scored quite enough runs. They came out in such a positive fashion, and they've been able to polish off the Australians for 172 in the second innings.
That is a stunning victory for Pakistan. 2 down in the series. They've come back here at the SCG and outplayed the Australians, bowled them out for 172. The Australians having started at 3 for 121 this morning, with Taylor on 49 and Healy on 4. Well, no one really got cracking out there. Steve Waugh and Greg Blewett were into double figures, and Taylor made 59, but 172 gave the Pakistanis a victory by 75 runs. Now, the bowling figures, they make very interesting reading. Wasim Akram, 16 overs, 5 maidens, 2 for 25, bowled superbly. Waqar Younis, 3 for 15 from 6.1 overs and 2 maidens, and Mushtaq Ahmed, 30 overs, 6 maidens, and 4 for 91. I can tell you it was no match for the bottom half of any of the batting orders. In Pakistan's first innings, they lost 5 for 36. Australia lost 5 for 31. Then Pakistan in turn 5 for 19. And today the Australians lost 5 for 26. Very much in favour of the bowlers, and a big win for Pakistan. Now, the man of the match was Mushtaq Ahmed. He bowled superbly all the way through. Tremendous performance from him. He wasn't included in the first test team up in Brisbane. Might even have been a different story had he been up there. He's done very well since, and so too the other leg spinner, the Australian Shane Warne, who was man of the series, and deservedly so. He bowled really well, and even with a broken toe here, he was very effective. Here at the SCG, a big, big victory for Pakistan to get back into the series 2-1. At the moment, from the Sydney Cricket Ground, it's goodbye.